Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Of course, on behalf of all Malaysians, we express a profound gratitude for the presence and for Excellency Prime Minister Tariqur Rahman from the People's Republic of Bangladesh to accept our invitation and to visit Malaysia. I'm so pleased that Malaysia is the first country that we chose for the opportunity. And that gesture is very much appreciated. It shows your deep affection and trust. And we are fortunate because we have known the father and mother, and I told him about my first experience in one session when I was still a youth leader, meeting the father in Muchak camp, and of course the late mother quite a number of times in the meeting as I was then the Deputy Prime Minister. And more than that, I mean, Brother Tariqur Rahman and the family has endured hardships, struggled for being consistent in his ideals to defend freedom and progress of his people in his country who he deeply loved. And we have shared limited experiences together, and I look forward to very much in terms of his personal relations and also to benefit both our great countries. Our diplomatic relations was one of the earliest to recognize Bangladesh, and similarly after the initial turmoil, I use the Bangladesh term, Songram and Viplov, continuous. There was elections, and we were among the first to call and congratulate him personally. Even at that time, I said I look forward to his visit. Now, we have to enhance bilateral relations. We discussed as Foreign Minister, Home Affairs and Trade and relevant ministries to take up this challenge to cement relations through fast-track FTA, through enhanced and comprehensive partnership in all fields, and not limited only to trade and investment, although that remains to be pivotal, but also to extend beyond that in terms of collaboration in all fields of research, new science, new technology, of semiconductor, and AI, because these are the challenges for our people in the future. The exchange of notes extend beyond cultural cooperation, counter-terrorism research, and of course, the key is investment promotion and facilitation. Trade has been lukewarm. We have Bangladesh, it's a big country with enormous potential, and with Malaysia we should enhance our bilateral trade investments, and as I say, in new areas other than agriculture, which remains again one of the key areas, but then semiconductor, digital economy, energy, advanced manufacturing. Now, human resource cooperation, particularly the workers, has been firstly critical for our economic survival, but at the same time has invited lots of scandals and concern, particularly humanitarian issues, treatment, and also the challenge to make sure that it is more transparent and just. I appreciate his candor, his commitment to share our common resolve. Yes, we need the workers. Yes, also, and more importantly, we have to protect the welfare of the workers and their families. This continued use of workers being exploited, ill-treated, and purely for personal or company gains cannot be tolerated. And I truly appreciate the sentiments expressed in private and also in the bilateral meetings that we must take the lead in stopping the excesses and making sure it is transparent, meets the requirement of both countries, but must protect the interests of these workers and their families. We have arranged our meetings with relevant authorities on other related issues like Petronas and Petrobangla, on the LNG, halal industry, collaboration in education, culture and tourism, and of course through our common effort to try and work with influence to resolve the predicament of refugees, Rohingya in Bangladesh, also here, and to engage through the good offices of the foreign minister, through ASEAN mechanisms, to engage with the Myanmar authorities to resolve part of the issue. On global issues, on Palestine, on the plight atrocities inflicted on Gaza by the Zionist Israeli regime, on the support to the lasting peace in the Gulf and Iran, we are together, and we will continue to engage with all our partners to ensure there is peace. Thank you again, President Abdul Rahman, for being our guest and because you're part of the large family, and you've been very kind and supportive, and I look forward to this strengthening of these family bonds and brotherly relations between us. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Prime Minister. I now invite the Honorable Prime Minister of Bangladesh to deliver his statement.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Your Excellency, Dr. Sri Anwar Ibrahim, Prime Minister of Malaysia, distinguished members of the delegation, members of media, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. As I took office as the Prime Minister of Bangladesh this February, one of the first calls I received was from His Excellency Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim. He congratulated me and invited me to visit Malaysia. It is beautiful, one of the beautiful countries. I am honored to accept his kind invitation. My wife and I are delighted to be here on my first foreign visit as Prime Minister. I remember my father, late President Zia Rahman, visiting Malaysia in April 1979. His visit strengthened political ties and laid the foundation for labor cooperation between our two countries. I also remember my mother, Begum Khaleda Zia, visiting Malaysia as Prime Minister in 1993. Our visit further deepened our friendship and expanded bilateral cooperation. I sincerely thank His Excellency Prime Minister, the government and the people of Malaysia for their warm welcome and hospitality. Malaysia is a trusted and long-standing partner of Bangladesh. Our friendship is built on mutual trust, shared values, and strong people-to-people ties. His Excellency Prime Minister and I have discussed on a wide range of issues. We have discussed bilateral cooperation and exchanged views on regional and international developments. Today, we reaffirm our commitment to strengthen Bangladesh-Malaysia relations. We agree to enhance engagement through existing mechanisms, including the Joint Commission meeting and bilateral consultations between our foreign ministers. We also welcome the growth of bilateral trade and agree to move forward with negotiations on the Bangladesh-Malaysia Free Trade Agreement. The Bangladesh Nationalist Party received a strong mandate in the parliamentary election of February 2026. With overwhelming support of our people, we have restored political stability through a democratic process. Our priority is to create jobs, attract foreign investment, and escalate economic growth. We are building a business-friendly environment and creating a new opportunity for investors. I see strong potential for Malaysian investment in Bangladesh and warmly invite Malaysian businesses to explore those opportunities. Our discussions cover ICT, energy infrastructure, manpower, halal industry, agro-processing industry, education, skill development, defense, digital economy, semiconductor, and other high-value sectors. Bangladeshi workers, students, professionals, and entrepreneurs in Malaysia serve as an important bridge between our two countries. Their contribution benefits both our economy and society. I requested His Excellency Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim to consider recruiting more Bangladeshi workers as well as to open labour market as soon as possible. I also raised issues relating to the regularization of illegal workers and repatriation of the detained Bangladeshi, if possible. We agreed that recruitment should be transparent, fair, and equitable, reducing intermediaries and low cost for workers. I expressed deep concern for the Rohingya people sheltered in Bangladesh and thank Malaysia for its continued support for their safe, dignified, and sustainable repatriation to Myanmar. We also discussed regional cooperation. Bangladesh seeks closer engagement with ASEAN and aspire to become an ASEAN sectoral dialogue partner. We are also interested in joining the regional comprehensive economic partnership. I appreciate Malaysia's support for Bangladesh, its regional integration efforts. His Excellency and I also exchanged views on the global issue, including the situation in the Middle East. We reaffirm our commitment to working together in the United Nations and other international organizations. I also thank Malaysia for supporting Bangladesh's candidature for the presidency of the 81st session of the United Nations General Assembly. We look forward to continuing our close cooperation on issues of shared interest. I welcome the signing and exchange of bilateral documents today. These initiatives will further strengthen our cooperation and sustain the positive momentum in our relations. I am confident that today's discussion will open a new chapter in Bangladesh-Malaysia relations. We look forward to working closely together for shared prosperity, regional peace, and more inclusive international order. I personally invite the whole Bangladesh, invites His Excellency Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim and Madam to visit Bangladesh at a convenient time. The people of Bangladesh will be honored to welcome you, Excellency. Once again, I thank His Excellency, the government, and the people of Malaysia for friendship and hospitality. We return, me and my wife and my delegation, we return home with sweet memories. Thank you all. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you. Welcome, Prime Minister.